We're going to do a CVT fluid change on a 2014, actually 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 2018. They're all the same Nissan Altima. And this one comes with a dipstick holder, but it doesn't have a dipstick. Any of the models before 2013 has dipstick, so you can probably get one of those to stick it in, or custom make one just for this car. The way to remove this transmission dipstick is you stick a little screwdriver, a thin one, right on this slot right here, and you push the screwdriver that way. While you're applying pressure, you pull this up. If you do it wrong, you're going to break the plastic like I did. So that's how we take it off. As you can see, there's no dipstick, it's a dummy cap. This is what you'd use to fill your transmission fluid after you drain them. We're going to do the drain and fill now. Alright, since there's no dipstick given, you have to improvise and make your own dipstick. In this case, I'm using a 12 gauge wire, a ground wire. Just beat the end of it. It's about 26 inches long. Tried different things, you can't stick anything in. Just make sure you wipe it clean and use one of these dipsticks. Put some markings in there so you'll know. About 25 inch deep. You'll hit the bottom, pull it out. You should be able to see the fluid there, and it's right about where it flattens out. So that's the level at this point. I'm also going to measure what comes out, so we can put in the exact amount to the CVT. Okay, for any CVT after 2013, Nissan uses the NS3 CVT fluid. You could also get Valvoline or Castrol CVT fluids, but why take the risk when you can get the Nissan CVT NS3 fluid for pretty much the same amount if you buy online. If you go to the dealer, they'll charge about $15 to $20 per quart. If you buy online, it comes around between $7 and $10 per quart. Pretty much the same as what you would buy an off-brand on a general store. So order online, and approximately from other users, it seems like between 3 to 5 quart comes out if you just do a drain and fill. So just to be safe, I have 6 quarts here to refill. Let's drain and fill. Doesn't look that clean, but it's the first time after 60,000+ miles. We'll see. So it's a 19mm plug. Pretty easy to take off. Got to measure how much that comes out and then fill it back in pretty much the same amount. Alright, the dripping has stopped. It's warm enough, around 100 degrees. Let's see. Alright, just hand tight the crank. Don't put too much pressure, you might strip it. I'll put the Alright, now we got the oil out. We're going to measure and see how much came out, and we'll replace it with the same amount. Alright, so this is how much came out of the car. It's about 3.5 quarts. We'll measure that pretty precisely later, but you can see it's a 4-quart container and right about there. So assuming it's 3.5 quarts at this point. Alright, so use a clean funnel and add the fluid a little at a time. It's supposed to be green. One that came out was more brown. So that tells it's about time we change. Okay, that's 1 quart. 3 more. Right, it took exactly 3 quarts and 12 ounces. So putting the plug back on, we refilled it. Now time to get the car down and start it and check with our dipstick as well as see how it drives.